lightweight carbon fiber and metals that can withstand extreme heat. This is important because at such high speeds, the aircraft will face intense heat and friction. Its design also helps reduce air resistance, making it smoother and faster as it flies through the sky. Inside the Starjet, things are just as advanced. The cabin will keep passengers comfortable even at high altitudes, and the jet stability systems will make the ride smooth and free from turbulence. These features show Musk's focus on not just speed and technology but also on the comfort and safety of the passengers. But this isn't the toughest part. Musk still faces many obstacles, from technical challenges to meeting government rules. Supersonic flights over land are currently banned because they're too noisy, and Musk will need to prove that the Starjet is safe to regulators like the FAA. He plans to fly at higher altitudes to reduce noise and take routes over oceans to follow the rules. If Musk can overcome these challenges, the Starjet could change how we travel and connect the world. Imagine going to a meeting on the other side of the globe and being back home in time for dinner, or taking a weekend trip to explore distant cultures. The economic possibilities are huge, with new markets and faster global connections. As 2024 gets closer, excitement for the Starjet is growing. Large windows, a pressurized cabin, and seats that minimize turbulence discomfort offer a smooth ride. Climate control, noise reduction, and a full range of entertainment options ensure passengers have a relaxing experience. The Starjet is also built with the environment in mind. Elon Musk's vision for sustainability plays a big role here, with the use of cleaner burning methane and carefully chosen flight paths to reduce carbon emissions and avoid ecologically sensitive areas, lessening noise pollution. When the Starjet hits the market, it's expected to reshape the aviation industry. It will make travel time significantly shorter, open new possibilities for global travel, and improve connections worldwide. Everyone, from business travelers and tourists to cargo shippers, will benefit from its speed and efficiency. Looking further ahead, the Starjet could be just the beginning. It may lead to advances in hypersonic travel and even space tourism. Musk's ultimate goal is to build aircraft capable of flying at Mach 10, while exploring even greener energy alternatives, pushing the boundaries of aviation even further. And as we get, Hermes carried out numerous tests, from takeoffs to testing the jet's engine and control systems. The military wanted something faster and more advanced than the retired Lockheed Martin State Route 71 Blackbird, once the fastest plane. The Blackbird could fly higher and faster than anything else and evade threats simply with its speed. But the competition is heating up. Russia and China are developing missiles that could threaten current US planes, so the US has turned to companies like Hermes to stay ahead. They're also looking at using this technology for commercial planes. In 2020, Hermes won a $1.5 million contract from the US Army to create a new presidential aircraft. That funding later grew to over $60 million, allowing Hermes to work on a civilian hypersonic plane called the Dark Horse. This new plane could replace the current Air Force One, promising faster, more efficient presidential travel with advanced refueling technology. Of course, Hermes isn't the only company working on hypersonic planes. NASA and Lockheed Martin are also making big moves. NASA has been developing the X-59, a supersonic plane that's expected to fly in 2024. What makes the X-59 special is that it's designed to fly fast without making loud sonic booms, which is a big deal for flying over cities. Next, we'll see how improved text with punctuation. New companies are joining the race. The battle for supersonic dominance. Hermes is also facing competition from Exasonic Incorporated, a company focused on hypersonic drones. Exasonic is working with the Air Force to create a supersonic unmanned aerial vehicle, UAV, for training pilots. This is crucial since the Air Force is dealing with a shortage of pilots, limiting training opportunities. As the aerospace world continues to evolve, companies like Hermes are leading the way in this new era of high-speed travel. If the Air Force can successfully build and use these drones, UAVs, it could save a lot of money that is usually spent on training pilots. On top of that, it would help extend the life of the current fighter jets by reducing how often they are used. Spike Aerospace, a company based in Boston, plays a major role in the aerospace and defense world. They directly compete with some of the top companies in the supersonic aircraft market. Spike Aerospace has introduced the Spike S-512, a business jet that's designed to cut down on travel time. For example, a trip from New York City to London could take only 3 to 4 hours, compared to the usual 6 to 7 hours. One of the most interesting things about this jet is that it has no windows. Instead, it uses cameras placed outside to show the view on thin, curved screens inside the cabin. This allows passengers to see outside without the need for actual windows. The jet is 122 feet long, with a wingspan of 58 feet, and can carry 18 passengers. It can take off with a maximum weight of 1,163 kg and holds 56,000 pounds of fuel. The Spike S-512 can fly at a top speed of 1,189 miles per hour, or Mach 1.8, and cruises at 156 mph at Mach 1.6. Though still in development, once it's ready, the Spike S-512 could completely change the way we think about air travel. Another big name in this field was Ariane Corporation, an American company that started in 2003 but shut down in 2021. Ariane was founded by Texan billionaire Robert Bass, and their goal was to change the future of supersonic travel. They were working on a 10-passenger jet that could reduce flight times across the Atlantic Ocean by 3 hours. They were trying to achieve this with a new boomless cruise technology, which would remove the loud sonic boom that typically comes with supersonic travel. Ariane was also focusing on environmental impact. They planned to create the first jet that wouldn't need afterburners, which are usually used for extra speed but create more pollution. This jet was also designed to run on biofuels to make it even more eco-friendly. In 2004, Ariane launched the Ariane SBJ, which quickly caught the attention of many. In fact, 50 people showed serious interest in buying the jet. Then, in 2014, they upgraded the design to the Ariane AS2, a 12-passenger jet capable of flying at Mach 1.4. The SBJ was powered by two Pratt & Whitney JT8D-219 engines and was valued at $80 million. It could hold between 8 and 12 passengers, fly up to Mach 1.6, and cover distances up to 7,400 kilometers. This was a big step toward making faster-than-sound travel not only possible but also more environmentally friendly. Now, let's explore other exciting flying projects, the next generation of supersonic travel. The plane was designed to fly at least 5,470 miles and could travel just below the speed of sound while overland. This was done to follow rules that limit faster-than-sound travel in certain areas. Now, let's look at another company making waves in aerospace, Boom Supersonic. This American company is working on a supersonic airliner called Boom Overture. They are also building a smaller, scaled-down version called the Boom XB-1, which has been given the cute nickname Baby Boom. Boom Supersonic was founded in 2014 by Blake Scholl, David Wildung, and Josh Kroll in Denver, Colorado. At first, it got funding from investors like Y Combinator, Sam Altman, the Sarah Tyrrell Foundation, and 8VC. Over time, other investors also contributed, allowing Boom to explore the future of supersonic travel. One of their standout projects is the Boom XB-1. This plane is designed to travel at twice the speed of sound, Mach 2.2, and can fly over 1,000 nautical miles. It's powered by 3 General Electric J85-15 engines, each capable of producing 4,300 pounds of thrust. The plane was first shown in October 2020, but although it was supposed to fly in 2022, delays have pushed the test flight to March 2024. But that's not the only exciting thing they're working on. Boom Supersonic is also developing the Boom Overture, another supersonic aircraft expected to fly at Mach 1.7 and cover 4,250 nautical miles. This aircraft will be able to carry between 65 and 88 passengers at speeds of up to 1,100 miles per hour, using its Symphony engine. By December 2017, Boom had already gotten 76 commitments from airlines interested in supersonic travel. If we zoom out a bit and look at the bigger picture, it's clear that modern efforts like Boom's are inspired by past aerospace achievements. In the 1950s, after supersonic bombers were introduced, many countries began dreaming of passenger planes that could fly faster than the speed of sound. In the UK and France, governments launched projects to make these planes, with each country building parts separately. This collaboration resulted in the famous Concorde, a plane that could reach 1,350 miles per hour. It was put together in 2 different plants, one in Filton, England, and the other in Toulouse, France. At its peak, the Concorde was considered the most impressive passenger plane because of its incredible speed. Its outer surface would get as hot as 260 degrees Fahrenheit and even expand by 7 inches due to how fast it flew. This plane could travel from London to New York in just 3 hours and 20 minutes, cutting regular flight times in half. However, building such a fast plane required the latest technology, which made it very expensive to produce. By 1972, airlines had placed 74 orders for the Concorde, but only a few were eventually purchased, and those were sold at reduced prices. The already high costs of the Concorde became even harder to justify when fuel prices shot up after the oil crisis of 1973. At the same time, the Boeing 747, a much more fuel-efficient plane, was introduced. As a result, the Concorde quickly lost its appeal, and soon it was barely considered in the aerospace industry. But this wasn't the worst part. A tragic event on July 25, 2000, in Paris marked the beginning of the end for the Concorde. Shortly after takeoff from Charles de Gaulle Airport, a tire on the Concorde exploded. Pieces of rubber hit the fuel tank, causing a massive fire and damaging the plane's wiring. Despite the pilot's best efforts, the crash couldn't be avoided, and it became one of the most heartbreaking moments in aviation history. After this accident, airlines turned away from supersonic jets, and manufacturers stopped making them. By 2003, building passenger supersonic planes was banned, and aerospace companies were told not to produce these kinds of aircraft. Now, engineers trying to develop new supersonic jets face tough challenges. These planes need to be quiet, environmentally friendly, and, most importantly, safe for passengers. But that's not all. For supersonic travel to make a comeback, the public needs to accept these planes without hesitation. Despite these challenges, scientists and engineers are still hopeful. Inspired by the progress made by a company called Hermeus in this field, currently, civilian supersonic technology is evolving from its military origins, using advanced techniques originally developed for the military. As Hermeus continues its work, we can remain hopeful and look forward to the exciting advancements that might soon benefit everyone. But the journey isn't over yet. There are still many hurdles to overcome before we see supersonic jets back in the skies for passenger travel. What do you think? Should supersonic jets make a comeback for passenger travel, despite the risks? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to subscribe for more.